What's going on, guys? So a lot of you have been asking me what's APDO been up to in the preseason and into Season 8, and the answer is low elo smurfing. He's currently in Plat 3. He did start off from Bronze, however. 71 wins and 8 losses with a 90% win rate. Now, it may seem a little bit ridiculous, you know, the former rank 1 Korean player, probably the best solo queue player in the world, smurfing down in Bronze, but he's just having a little bit of fun, testing out the new runes, a couple of new champions and some setups on the champions, so he's just trying to get as many games as he can in the preseason. Right now, he's at 100% win rate on Twisted Fate, 11 wins with a 12 KDA. Today, I'm going to be reviewing one of those games on Twisted Fate. Now, I selected this game just to make sure that the side lanes of his team were not winning. He needed to play slow, he needed to influence the game. A lot of time, it seems like APDO'S side lanes are always winning, but this game, they definitely weren't. So it's great to, I guess, talk about how he carried the game simply through his mid lane pressure. What else do I want to touch on? He does have 8 losses, guys. He lost a couple of games in silver, a couple of games in gold, and a couple in plat. Now, a lot of people think that, you know, he's rank 1, the best solo queue player in the world. He's unstoppable, but some games are out of your control, even if you are the best player, guys. And you have to realize this. You can't be tilted by your losses in solo queue. You've got to think about the big picture and just let the little games go, okay? So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, heading into games, you got the Dawn's Ring 2 potions. Just for a more dominant laning phase against the Lux looking for solos. For his runes, he's got Comet, and then he's just grabbing the Inspiration for the stopwatch and some extra cooldown reduction. It's a stock standard Twisted Fate rune page at the moment. He's going to be late to this invade. Wukong drops, gets the gold card hover, flashes in for the Skarner. Not sure what that flash was. Picks up the Skarner, might be able to get the Jin. Can't quite finish the Thresh. That's a 2... It's a 3 for 1, I guess. Pretty unfortunate. He wasn't there on time. I think if he actually was there on time for that invade, I think it would have went much better. At the end of the day, he picks up 300 gold. He should grab Boots here. Boots definitely helps out against Lux. You can dodge out a lot of her skill shots with the extra movement speed, especially her ease. One thing to note that the Lux started Q. He has vision on the Skarner here. He sees Skarner is going to be starting bot side on the red, so he knows that he's going to go red into blue. Like, you're 99% sure the Skarner is going to go red to blue. If not, he's going to level 2 gank you, probably from, well, definitely from the bot side, so. Starts off with a red card, gets the red card with the Comet. One thing to note with the Comet, if you red card on the backline minion wave, you can sometimes catch them and just get that Comet extra damage. He's going for the hard shove. Now, the Lux started Q, guys. It means that the Lux definitely has a harder time early on to kind of shove the wave and keep up. He also 100% knows the Skarner is going red to blue. 100%. So if he hard shoves here, the Lux can't answer. There's no way for the Lux to keep up with the shove. Just hard shoves it in. Playing a little bit towards the top side. And just knowing that the Skarner is probably going to be the blue. And there's nothing that Lux can do until she's level 2 to react. Goes to the infade here. You can grab some vision away from the Skarner. Skarner's on the blue at the moment. So he plays it. Has no sums, so it's a little bit dangerous. He doesn't want to hover around for too long. Lux is Mia. Did he shoves or he returns to the blue? The Xin Zhao's coming through, but we'll see if he goes. Depends how the Lux reacts with the wave. If she goes for the hard shove, it doesn't even look like she can get the hard shove. She should have been hard shoving that whole time to deny. Because if that wave was into the tower, the APDO would have moved back to the lane. Instead, he just zones out the Skarner, confirms the blue for the Xin. I wonder if he'd try and transfer. No, he just takes it. That wave is sitting in a perfect spot for him. I think the Lux just didn't really know what to do. She kind of hovered over, and then she came back to lane. Hovered over, came back to lane. And now look how the wave is sitting. APDO can return and grab all that farm. He didn't really miss anything. Maybe like 1 or 2 creeps. Now Lux can dominate a Twisted Fate early, so he has to respect it. If you're not dodging out the poke, you're pretty much going to be donezo. Mainly just because of how trades are right now. She's actually pretty poke heavy in the laning phase. Repping the CS down. Lux getting some poke off. Still dodging out on the E's. You've always got to be moving just side to side looking for the Lux. Like, a lot of the time, it's almost impossible to dodge the Lux, but sometimes if she mispositions it, you can easily get it off. Continuously shoving in and pressuring. I guess it opens up for Xin Zhao, but Xin Zhao is currently just farming. One thing to note is, I mean, to be honest, the Skarner is never going to be able to get that successful of a gank off. He's got the boots, so he's got alpha movement speed, and he's also got the gold card. So as long as he dodges the Lux Q, he's in no problem. He's in no risk of dying. If Lux does land a Q though, he has to be very cautious of the Skarner coming through for the gank. Keeping pressure here. Do you see how he's just always stepping up, moving into zone, guys? You should always be doing this. The Skarner comes through. He's always run towards the top side here, the furthest away. You want to make sure like, if you run to tower there, he just catches you straight away. I see a lot of people just making that mistake. They run straight to tower. It's weird. Run into the river guys, opposite. Moves in for the Lux. They overcommit. Lux has no sums from the invade. Picks up a free kill for the Xin. He's going to hard shove this. We'll see what he goes. Probably he's going to get a Catalyst on the base. He could go blasting if he wants to be aggressive. Usually a Catalyst is going to be the safe option. Catalyst, Dark Seal, and a Control Wood. Now, a lot of people there might have grabbed a refillable potion. Apto likes to play really safe early on especially towards the vision. So if you have that Control Wood, it just enables you to get free ports off onto your side lanes. Especially if you put a bot side, it just means the enemy's not going to have any vision on you. And it also means he can always see where the Skarner's coming from. It just means you're going to have a more consistent laning phase. He is going to get poked out a little bit, but of course the Catalyst can get you some health back. Puts the pink bot side. I always say this, bot side pinks towards the Dragon Pit are going to be a lot more... They pay much higher dividends, to be honest, especially on Twisted Fate, where you're looking to get those ports off.
Oh, well, 왜 맞아?
Level 6, plenty of mana for the port. He's going to keep on checking around the map, looking for opportunities. In top side. I mean, you probably shouldn't back there, on it. Gonna grab. Cancels the back. I think he's just looking for that top lane, but it is kind of hard to get the Skarner gank off. I'm sure everyone's aware the Skarner doesn't have that harder time of 2v1ing. Bot lane's overextended, top lane's overextended. He's gonna shove this and look. They probably don't actually need it. Just hovers it, looks for it, just making sure that if that goes sour, the jungler shows up, he gets the all in and kind of gives him a safety net, but he doesn't pull it. Still has it for bot side. Now remember, the Jhin picked up 3 kills in the invade, so playing bot side here is a little bit risky because if he goes bot here, the Jhin is very strong, can definitely punish him. What the f... Lux goes for an extremely aggressive play. Yeah, I mean, if she hit the combo, yeah, she probably could have, but I think if that was going to hit, he would have just flashed. He had a stopwatch up as well, so he was in no danger of dying. The Lux just played way too aggressive. Shoves in here. He saw that the bot lane was pretty low. He has a little bit of a timing window. Goes to the jungle camp. This is a little bit greedy, but anything you can take away from the enemy is worthwhile, especially this camp on TF, guys. This camp is worth so much on TF because of all the additional gold you get for killing the creeps. +6, boom. +1. Unlucky RNG, but just pumping those CS numbers up, taking all the resource you can. Lux doing a good job of stopping the base here. Trying to, at least. Also taking that creep, well, that camp, sorry, is going to give him enough for Rod, guys. And, I mean, an 8-minute Rod, well, 9-minute Rod is extremely quick. And it's just going to make sure that come mid-game, he's going to be extremely tanky, have a lot of AP. and put himself in a position to carry 100%.
상대방 선 멜모셔스. 뭐야?
Jin has got a more rush. Jin has rushed a more. Holy shit, that's frustrating. I mean, it's not too bad. He probably knows that he's versing Apto. He knows that the TF is going to be ahead. Also knows that he's versing a Karma in lane who's just so annoying to deal with. Goes for the more. I mean, it's if he needs to snowball, so he has less damage, but he's a lot more tanky. Has a little bit of cooldown reduction. He has his ult available here, but they're a little bit too... The Jin's really far ahead, so if he ports in and gets CC'd up with no cleanse, he's donezo. Huge wave. He ports in just for the wave there, guys. So that's about 10 or 12 creeps. It's almost a kill in gold. And the XP as well is just worth so much to him. So he ports in, grabs it. He knows there's not going to be that much available on the map. Jumps down, clears out some vision. He'll rotate back to mid. Blue buffs up, so he'll grab the blue, rotate mid, and we'll see what he goes from there. 9 kills to 4. He's up quite a bit in CS though. That gold is going to be worth quite a lot. Almost 50 in CS advantage. Alright, Zin's coming through. We'll see if he goes for the hard shove and then rotates across to try and help the Zin. If you see your jungler, guys, if you see your jungler invading like that, make sure you're shoving and you can rotate first, okay? Should be able to collect it. Not quite. Doesn't want to burn his summoners either. I mean, burning your sums there for the Thresh is not really worth. Like, what's he going to get from that one kill? He's going to put himself at a disadvantage for the next 5 minutes for 1 kill in gold. And he's not going to be able to get any additional objectives from it. Just plays it slow. He's happy with the pace of the game. He knows he's on track for 10 CS per minute. He's going to keep farming, shoving, looking for opportunities. Apto is known for holding his flash. Sometimes for an entire game. He only really uses it when it's absolutely necessary. He'd rather have it just as a fallback for bad plays. Pops it out there. Now he pops it out there because killing Lux there ensures that 100% you get this tower. Unless the bot lane roams because of their advantage. The good thing here is the bot lane roams, burns this, burns the Jhin ultimate. It kind of relieves the bot lane a lot. Especially because how far Jhin is ahead. Brings Skarner across. Skarner's probably going to try and catch this wave. Not sure if Skarner has ultimate, but you'd have to be really, really careful when the wave gets smaller. Like now. Perhaps he knows Skarner doesn't have flash or ultimate, I'm not too sure. I feel like if Skarner did have it there, he would have pulled the trigger though. Lux burning the ult. Can't quite get the tower. He really needs to drop this mid lane tower and rotate around. His ult up again. You always want to be making sure you're trying to push in your wave and then ultimate, guys. It's just going to be saving you a lot of XP and farm if the Lux just hard shoves. He needs to do something about the spot lane. Xin Zhao's coming down. He needs to care for the counter by the Skarner, yeah. See that? He doesn't pull the trigger. He waits to see. Because 100% if he ports there, guys, he dies. A lot of people would just go, oh, fuck yeah, let's go, and pull the trigger straight away. But he knew, and he has a feel for where the Skarner's going to be. And he knows that Jin's so far ahead with the Maw. It's actually going to be very hard for him to finish them off. He'd rather sit mid, keep control, keep pressure.
Oh, 정말.
Oh, God. He can kill that 100%. Grabs a kill on Heimer. Also clears out the wave. Pretty sure the Wukong's pinging him out not to clear, but right now, guys, a lot of people will just back and just leave the wave. You should hard shove the next wave, then the top laner clears out mid and you rotate back. So Wukong goes mid, clears one, and then he goes back to top lane. It just means you're getting way more out of your ganks. Lichbane, straight away. 100% needs... He realizes he needs a lot of pressure right now. The Lichbane just gives him way more pressure on the towers, and he can really just look for the one-shots onto the AD carry and onto the mid lane on Lux. Especially with Lux's buy, just a straight Morello. She's very squishy. Oh, this is the worst when the top laner tries to take all your farm. I think he's a little bit angry about. Oh, that's so frustrating. So the Wukong should have rotated straight back top. I think he's a little bit aggressive. A little bit angry that Apto took his farm. Mid lane's dropped. Goes straight to the side lane. 15 minutes on the dot. I always say on these split pushes, guys, from around about 15 minutes, look to try and get into these side lanes. It's really nice to be in a side lane, especially on TF when you have the port. You can pressure out the bot lane and still get across to your teammates. Your team does have to play around your ultimate though. Like obviously for the next 45 seconds or so, his team has to play, I guess, a little bit of respect because Apto can't reach them. So if he solos the blue, it just rotates to mid for the flank. If he wants blue, he has to solo it. Xin Zhao's not going to help him. Do you see here how it suppresses the lead that Jhin has? Like, Jin's huge, but he can't really do anything because Apto has better push. He has, what, 3 levels on him? Just insane level and XP advantage. Now it's just by playing the map correctly, picking up farm where it's available, playing his laning phase correctly.
어, 정말 답없다.
And that Rod's really starting to scale up. Getting him some health. Look how tanky he is. Free kill on Lux. Has to burn the flash, which is not that great. We'll see what they can do with this advantage here for 33 seconds. You could even get mid lane tower damage. It depends where the Skarner is.
여기가 제어가 되었구나.
But right now, guys, do you see in this mid game? I mean, he's just slowly playing the map. He's not doing everything. He's not doing anything that's like super risky where he could die. He's just picking up kills where the enemy is making the small mistakes. He's just swooping in, grabbing the kill. Then straight back to playing slow, methodical, getting all the farm and XP, just making sure he's the insurance for the mid to late game. Making sure he's so far ahead of the Lux. That's essentially he's worth 2 players on his team, if you know what I mean. This should be a double. Drops the ignite. Gold auto. Can also grab the top lane. See, like, small things like this guy, guys, he just slowly grabbing that lead, you know? Time is overextended. Thresh is there. Huge wave coming in. You can grab this top lane. Always has pressure on the map. Lux feels the need to answer. Oh no, this Lux. Poor Lux. Alright, so their bot lane just came off the map. Who was it? Jhin, Skarner were both mid, so they could be rotating across. He has to respect it. If the Jhin and Skarner were still there, he would have definitely tried to shove this next wave onto the tower. Gonna be an Hourglass next. He can buy, actually, he can buy Soul Stealer there if he needs to. Here he goes. Doesn't go for the Soul Stealer. He wants the Hourglass ASAP. They've got a lot of hard CC onto him. They've got Lux, they've got Skarner, you got Thresh. He does have to be pretty cautious of it. And having that Hourglass is good, because if they get the catch, he can kind of delay a lot of time. Ults up here, grabs the kill. Alright, so he wants to be bot lane, shoving it in. The Monkey wants to contest the red, however. I mean, right here, you want to be pressuring in the bot lane. You don't really have time to be contesting red. Yeah. Enemy team extends though. Xin gets a good flank. God damn, that's messy. Shove mid. Kate's got the right idea. Drops tower. He probably wants red and bot lane farm. He has enough for Hourglass now as well. I think it's 1400 for a buy of Hourglass. It's always weird when you have stopwatch now. The Jin steals it. Oh, that's frustrating. Yikes. He's just Thresh flanking around. He probably wants to get a base in really soon because before this Drake fight at least. You never really want to fight with 2k gold or above, guys. It's kind of just, you know, it's... You got so much gold and you're just wasting it if you're fighting. You're missing out on a spike. It's just wasted gold. Because gold in your inventory, I mean, obviously, it translates to nothing. There's no advantage there. So what if you're 2k up? It doesn't mean anything unless you go and buy the items. Make sure you communicate with your team that, guys. I always say, like, if before a fight or objective, I say, well, just wait for me back, I got 2k. Just make them slow it down a little bit for you. Sometimes you cannot wait, though, and they do engage. Grabs the Drake, sees them fighting bot. Now, he has portal, but he can shove in here for the mid tower. Look at them. Look. All the monkeys are just fighting down bot. He doesn't need to join. If he doesn't have to join, he's not going to. Shoves in the pressure. Gets that mid lane. Exactly what you want to do in Twisted Fate. Only port when it's necessary. If it's going to be an even fight, just pressure out the objectives in the tower, guys. Unless it's a sure thing of just a cleanup, don't bother. Clears out the wolf camp, getting every resource he can. Just things like this, guys. You always see good players like Crown, Apto, Faker. Any type of resource they can steal away from the enemy is worthwhile. Like a blue buff from Lux. It denies her clear a lot. If they get a Baron or something here for the next couple of minutes, Lux can be pretty vulnerable in clearing. Scuttle control, clearing out vision of the Baron. You want someone bot lane here, to be honest. You want Wukong bot. Xin Zhao decides to clean it up. Grabs a Soul Stealer? Okay, Soul Stealer and... Okay, so he's going for a Banshees actually now. It's kind of weird here. Usually you want to go for a Void Staff, but the Banshees against things such as Skarner, the Lux, the Thresh, it just pretty much means there's no counterplay to him. It also means he's safer. He's definitely going to get those 25 stacks on the Soul Stealer as well. Yin opens himself up to a pick. It's an open inhib here. Probably should push in for it if they want to group. Xin Zhao is deciding to split. The monkey doesn't really care. Alright, it should be an inhib here. Probably a reset and then into a Baron. I want to see him pressure out bot. Bot or top? Bot's better because he can draw a lot of pressure. If you're bot lane as TF and you're drawing away pressure, they're going to commit for you while your team gets Baron. We'll see if he goes to that type of split push play soon. Slowly sieging in. Doesn't quite get a tower, it's frustrating. Now this right here is just that moment I can... Always in low elos, you know, your team overextends here. Everybody fucking dies overextending. You gotta play really safe. Really, really safe. Because if you get caught, they can most likely shove into a Baron, especially with a Heimer. Like, it's a good strategy if you got if your team plays it perfectly and you play slow and smart on the siege. But if you go over aggressive, you can get punished for it extremely hard. Lead to a throw. rather than pressuring out for Baron Vision. I'd rather than pressure out Baron Vision here. I think it's smarter. Like if 3 of them and the Wu should go to the Baron, and then Apto can stay and keep the pressure because he's not going to die. They're going to keep going for it. No one's answering the mid lane wave. See what it like Karma's dead. I don't know. I think there's just it's a little bit overcommitting. They're just wasting a lot of
아니
fucking knew it. I just had a feel for it. Just trying to take too much. That's all it is. Good hook by Thresh. He has his hourglass up. Fuck, that'd be tilting if he died. Gold card, kill. I mean, in a situation like that, guys, I think it's always better to play the smart and safe route because you can't... In that situation, you have to put so much trust on your team that they play it perfectly in a siege. And these siege scenarios, you've got to have really good movements. You've got to make sure you're dodging out, you're spacing correctly. And in those scenarios, I never really trust my team. I just say, just reset, get Baron Vision, lead out to a pick. Just because it's like so much safer. Alright, grabs that bench. He's essentially full build, but... I mean, if he dies once, he's going to sell that Soul Stealer for a Void Staff 100%. Moves into bot side. Now, right now, they should be playing for the Baron Vision. Maybe slow push top and then go for the Baron. I think Zin might be on it. Alright, so Apto has to quickly get into the bot lane to pressure. Because he sees them on it, you have to instantly be drawing people bot lane. You don't want the whole team going across. Ports up for the Lux. Not only does he pressure in bot, he gets vision of the entire team with that ultimate. Holy fuck, he even gets the kill. Okay. Grabs the kill on the Lux, gets the Baron, draws all the pressure away. On a split pusher, guys, this is always great to do. I mean, obviously it's much better to do on TF where you always have the opportunity to ult across. You can also do this on teleport players like Kassadin, Echo. Be cautious if you're playing things like Zed, like a split pusher like Zed. You're probably better off pressuring your top side just because you're way closer to the objective and you have no teleport. But on global split pushes, that's always good to draw them furthest away from the objective. Should be able to siege out with the Baron. 28 minutes with the Baron. 1 ace means GG. Especially a TF because he just 2-shot towers at this point. Goes topside. I see, like, you always see a lot of mistakes here. Teams just like 5-man group mid or something. You're always just better off, guys, just playing it slow, pressuring in. They always have to answer their mid eventually, so having the pressure topside is just going to be so beneficial. Shoves in, he has a portal. He doesn't really want to use it. Once again, just use it only when it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, just keep splitting. You can almost 2-shot these towers with the cards. Baits out the Skarner, the Wukong's coming in. He's actually pretty tanky. Just slow and methodical, guys. Cleaning out all the creeps, just pushing everything in with the Baron. Just look how he plays this game, guys. I mean, his team was behind. He never committed to their mistakes. The enemy team just made mistakes here and there. And he just slowly picked up those kills, you know? I think at 10 minutes, he only had 2 or 3 kills. And he just kept on picking them up with the ultimate. It's how he plays Twisted Fate in this elo. He just plays very slow, very methodical, guys. He makes sure to take away all the jungle camps, taking the resource. Any resource he can take, he grabs it and steals it away from the enemy team. So that's it for the replay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you next time.